All right. I know who Sean's going to pick, but what do we got? Mets and Brewers. Go ahead, Sean. Yeah.
Mets in 2.
Okay, moving on.
Why?
No, I think the Mets win it in 3. They were just out in Milwaukee, dropped 2 out of 3, needed to win that game on Sunday to actually be able to get in with a split here. That was a big game to come out yesterday and have to win that game to not force a sweep in order to get into the postseason today. And they went out and they played a perfectly, almost flawless baseball game. I think this is a team that they love to play with each other and for each other. You got enough veterans on there. I mean, JD Martinez made a comment about how he's obsessed and addicted to the playoffs. Like, that was his statement. He was like, I'm addicted to playoff baseball. You know, I mean, this is a guy that plays in the postseason pretty much every team he plays for. He does. Like, he just gets to the postseason and plays postseason games regardless. I think with what Lindor has put himself through to get himself on the field to play for those guys. I mean, you look at the love and the admiration that clubhouse has for him. Iglesias was saying it in between the first and the second game that, like, there just aren't words to express it. These guys love to play with and for each other. And I think that's a special thing to have, like, outside of what the lineup looks like, outside of the pitching staff. This is just a team. We talked about it for the past couple months. They don't beat themselves. They don't really give you extra outs. They put together good at bats. They grind it all the way through. I mean, we saw it today. They score 6. They give up 4. They easily could have been like, well, we'll get them in game 2. Nope. They just grind out more at bats in the 9th. So I think it's a team that's just going to be a really hard out. And I've watched a lot of them this year, and I really just think that this is a different team. Do I think they're going to win the World Series? I don't think they're deep enough to win the World Series. I definitely think they can win at least one round. And I think the Brewers are a decent matchup for them. So I'm going to go with them. I'm going to take the Mets in 3.
Wow. All right. This one means a bit of a coin flip. I think the Mets are hot and playing well. They're coming off of a big day today. I think the Brewers' track record speaks for itself. It's not good in the playoffs. But I will say this is a new team. This is a different team, different manager, different atmosphere. So I'm going to take the Brewers. I'm going to take them in 3. I think it's going to be tight. I think this one could go either way, but I will take the Brewers, and it's my first bet on them being different than they have been in the past.
Yeah, I'm with you, Harrison. I think I'm going to take the Brewers here. I want the Mets to do well and play well. The Mets team, the Mets fan base deserves it. The Mets have been the Mets for years. But so have the Brewers. And when I was watching that Brewers-Mets game on, was it Sunday? And Willie Adames comes out and Murphy gives him the ovation he needs because he's a free agent this year and lets the crowd take him in and Adames takes the crowd in. That was just absolutely incredible. And you could tell the love that they have for each other in that dugout too. And Murphy has a good handle on them, it seems. But I think it's time for the Brewers to move on, to take the next step. They got some young guys that can provide some power, some pop, some on base stuff, and they got some pitching. They got some pitching that has gotten them there. So,
and it's 3 games at home, so they're comfortable. They're in their surroundings. It's their fans.
Now, yeah, I will say if the Mets go in and steal game 1, then it's a whole different ballgame.
All bets are off.
Yeah, I mean that goes for any series really, but yeah, but I think I'm going to take the Brewers there.
But I think where this one is as close as it is, I think game 1's a big deal. You know, the winner in game 1 getting that leg up early. Neither one of these teams is like so far and above better than the other one they can just run away. It is going to be an inning by inning, pitch by pitch, game by game situation. And that's why I think it's going to be a good one to watch because it's going to be close.